stranded. Sitting here stranded. Overheated. What's going on, YouTube family? Thanks for checking in with Fat Pat, man. Really appreciate you guys that's been following along with me for this long. I want to take a moment and just give you guys a special shout out, a special thanks for liking and subscribing to my videos, just giving me the comments and allowing me to converse and talk with you guys. So, we got a big one on our hands today, all right? Unfortunately, we got the hood popped up. You know, if you hear it in my voice a little bit, you can hear that I'm a little down a little bit, and that's because I am a little bit. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think I might have hurt the motor. Long story short, I went ahead and took it to work, came back home, well, on my way back home, I got on it a few times, testing out the new Mac valve, the 4-port Mac valve I installed, and hit 22 pounds of boost. Felt good, stayed in it a couple times, and now we have an overheating problem. So we're gonna deep dive and try to figure out what is this overheating problem. I have my ideas of what it could be and what it might be, but we'll see. We'll figure it out together. All right, let's get to it. So I'll just kind of talk you guys through it. So yeah, 22 pounds of boost, man. Got up 22 pounds of boost. Everything was going fine. I was like, man, I need to turn this thing down. And then next thing you know, out of nowhere, even after reviewing the data, it just started creeping up on me. And I mean creeping up fast. This thing went from like 206, 205, which was to me a little bit high at the time. It got all the way up to, man, 245, 250 before I could get this thing pulled over and shut down on the side of the road. Yeah, it crept up pretty fast. So I was hoping it was something simple. I'm starting to lean away from it, seeing as though that I actually got some fluids down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll see it when we get up underneath there. But yeah, man, we got some fluids leaking out. I noticed it on both sides of the heads, and I'm starting to think it might be a head gasket. But before we do all of that, we're gonna go ahead and check the oil first. I looked at the oil dipstick. Everything looked pretty good. Let's just take a look real quick. I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? Looks pretty good. It doesn't look like milkshake. But we're about to drain it here shortly, and we'll get down and deep dive into it. Right now I got this radiator pressure tester hooked up, and I noticed the pressure definitely bleeding off slowly but surely, and drips are forming up towards the back center of the engine compartment area. So we look down here, you guys can see that for sure, man. Like, that is water all day long, and I see it dripping from back down here. You could probably see a drip forming right there. That's a drip. Got it on both sides, man, and it's all coming down towards the center and just leaking. So yeah, we definitely got a job on our hands. I'm gonna go ahead and release the pressure, and then we'll get to it, man. But let's go ahead and drain this oil real quick so we can get some answers, and eventually we'll get this car up in the air. So we went ahead and drained the oil already, and we're gonna take a look right here. like I said, I didn't see, those are just bubbles and stuff on there. I don't see any milk. Obviously, I don't see too much, any water or anything abnormal as far as the oil is concerned. So maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Um, could be, could still be a head gasket, and that's what I'm suspecting. That it still is a head gasket, considering it's coming from both sides, literally right where the head meets the block. So pretty safe to say, like, there's not too many other things that it could possibly even be. It's not a freeze plug or anything like that popped out, nothing simple. I checked all those things. I done relieved the pressure from this system already. So, because I think we pretty much know what it is at this point. So now I'm stuck with a tough choice, right? Do I go ahead and remove the heads? Of course, got to remove the heads, but do I replace the heads? And if I do, with what heads? Or should I take a chance at having these fixed and, or having them looked over to see if they can be fixed, maybe mill them down if we need to. Worst case scenario, a couple thousandths. It might bump up, well, it will bump up my compression a little bit. However, it will be a lot cheaper than buying aftermarket heads. Also, while we're here, also thinking about, might put a bump stick in this thing. May as well, while we're here, put another bump stick in it. So I'm weighing my options, taking a look at things from a bird's eye perspective, trying to see what's the best, most efficient way to go about repairing this. Now, fingers crossed, hoping that nothing was done to the block. I highly doubt anything was done to the block, especially after looking at the oil. Everything so far looks okay. But yeah, still, we keep your fingers crossed. So we're going to deep dive into this more. I'm going to get this car up on the quick jacks so we can start taking some stuff off, man. It's time. I got to drain this radiator. And yeah, let's get down to it, man. Let's get to it. We got some vital information. We looked at the oil and we reviewed the fluid as far as the coolant level. Obviously, I lost some coolant, so it's a lot lower, but I wanted to know exactly how much, and it lost quite a bit, to be honest with you. Needless to say, we're leaning towards a head gasket. So not just one, but possibly two. Yeah, lots of work ahead of us. No big deal, nothing we haven't done before, right? But unfortunately, it's not going to get done today. We're going to push forward and we're going to try to knock this out step by step, moving the intake in the top end, accessory drive, because like I said, I think I want to put another cam in this one. This car has a cam in it already, but I'm not too crazy about its performance. I think I like a little bit more up top. But other than that, it's a great cam. I'm definitely going to keep it unless somebody wants to buy it. But yeah, I'm looking to get another cam for this car so I can hear it and, get a little bit more grunt out of it. I think that's why I was turning up the boost quite a bit, but that 22 pounds, in my defense, was actually a mistake. Mind you, I did it 3 times. You know what I'm saying? You do it a couple times and then it's like, dang, that felt good. Let's try it again. So sure enough, yeah, that was my fault. But it's all right, man. We gonna get it done. I guess it's not that bad because I know that I shouldn't have did it, but I did it. Don't do the time or don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right? That's what they say. So I did the crime, so now I got to do the time in here, swapping out this head gasket. Prayerfully, nothing else is wrong. We'll see. But it's gonna be some work, man. I'm debating on if I want to take this hood off or not. Anyways, you guys let me know What do you think I should do as far as getting aftermarket cylinder heads, or should I just get some 243s, some 799s? I mean, they're out there. So, what do you guys suggest? And also, drop in the comments. Tell me what cams you guys are running, and if you guys like it, which ones you suggest for this car. Mind you, this car weighs over 2 tons, so keep that in mind. It does have a 3000 stall in it, so I could put whatever cam in this thing I want for the most part. But yeah, man, drop in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, and let's keep it pushing. It's a new day. All right, I had to take a break, had some things come up where I had to tend to handle some business and whatnot, but we're back and we're working on the car now. All right, so after some deep uh, thought about it, with the whole aftermarket heads thing and the cam and all of this stuff, and especially with future plans and whatnot, I I feel like I jumped the gun a little bit. So to rewind, the original plan was to just go ahead and jump in and get some aftermarket heads and whatnot. But after doing a little bit of research, it came to me that it's a little hard to find a good set of heads that are aftermarket for a 5.3 bore size. So typically the aftermarket heads like to tend to the bigger bore size, like the bigger 6.0 and 6.2. I'm gonna take these heads off. I'm gonna send them into the machine shop. I'm gonna have them checked. After I have them checked, if everything checks out good, we might have them worked. Possibly new valves, maybe even a little bit of a porting job, get a little bit more airflow and whatnot, and we'll go from there. And of course, I'll probably have them go ahead and, they're going to check it for straightness to make sure that the surface is flat and whatnot. But it's going to bump up the compression a little bit. So that's okay considering I'm E85, flex fuel now. So that should work out okay. Shouldn't be a big problem. As far as the cam goes, though, I think I'm going to stick with the original cam. 550 lift, it's not a lot, but this cam, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great cam. I like the way it sounds. It's chill. I built the car to be a sleeper, and it sounds like a sleeper. So with all that being said, we're not going to break into that part. Not yet anyways. All right. First things first, we're going to go ahead and get some of this easy stuff up off of here. Yeah, let's get it done, man. Always bag and tag your parts, man. I get it. We know how this stuff goes together. But I'm gonna tell you, man, in the long run, when it boils down to it and you're trying to knock something out real quick, the quicker you can grab whatever it is you need right away, the better. So for those of you that don't know, I actually took it upon myself to get the square port version of this BTR intake, right? Currently running adapters on here. Reason being is because I plan on going to a square port, bigger motor. So I bought the intake for it. Smart, maybe. We'll see in the future. All right, let's keep it going here. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. As you can see, I told you I was running adapters on this thing. Got a little bit of dirt up under there, and that's fine. Dirt is a good thing. It means we've been driving it. That is a good thing. As far as these harnesses here, not sure what I want to do with these. Probably just leave them in the center here. Take these adapters off though. Looking at the bottom of those these heads here, look like we had a little bit of oil build up right there at the bottom. Yeah, that's oil. Not sure if that's more than likely probably some type of blow by of some sort. Maybe, possibly. Maybe. We'll see. But all right, let's keep it pushing. Next, we're going to go ahead and cap that off, this return line for right now, so we don't have no fuel leaking out all over the place. And we're going to go ahead and take these off right here. So a little thing that I like to do is cap off all my hoses. So I don't know if you guys have seen maybe from my previous video, I tend to cap off all my hoses. I try to anyway. So one good thing I like about this accessory setup here, these front accessories, talking about the power steering, the AC, the alternator. Thing I like about those, I bought this special setup from Holley. Mind you, it's fairly pricey, all right? But you get your money's worth. I don't have to undo any of these accessories because they don't attach to the head. And that's great. I'm not sure. I think Holley engineers meant to do that on purpose. And if so, kudos to them, man, because it's times like these where you got to replace a head. And ain't nobody trying to pull no accessories and stuff off just to replace a head, man. All right, so let's do a quick little recap of what I've done so far. I wasn't able to do everything yesterday, so okay, let me retract. I wasn't able to record yesterday, so I had to press forward. Unfortunately, I had ran into a little battery situation. I know, rookie mistake, but here we are. All right, as you can see, I got this little bar here to kind of save my behind here. I got it looped around here. This little bungee cord thing, man, basically keep me from removing the whole turbo setup, man. I don't want to have to go through and remove the whole turbo setup. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm good on that. We're gonna keep it as simple as possible. I removed the header from yesterday on the driver's side, and I still got the one on the passenger side down there. And it's a little bit too tight over there on the passenger side, but it'll come out if I want to once I have the head out. Now, speaking of that, let me grab a light here. Dang it. We don't use this light. If you take a look here, I showed you guys a little clip. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically that head bolt, it won't come out. it keeps hitting over there on the AC line setup over there, and the bolt is so long. So what I'm hoping is that once I get all the head bolts out, pretty much, which I've already cracked them all loose anyway, that I should be able to get that out once I'm able to wiggle, kind of like maneuver the head itself in a position that allows that bolt to come out. This side, I don't think we'll have any issues with. Everything's pretty much good to go. I called the machine shop today. They said they can go ahead and get me in right away, and it shouldn't take no more than 2 to 3 days. Take them more than 2 to 3 days to go ahead and check them, make sure that they're good, and check them for straightness and whatnot, pressure test them, all that good stuff, hot tank. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get these rockers off. I already loosened up this side right here. They're already loose right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and loosen those up, and then we're gonna start getting these heads off, man. Finish this thing up. Got some real good stuff on the way. All right, let's get to it. All right, let's see about getting this head off. Hopefully it doesn't make too bad of a mess here. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Yeah, that just happened. Literally, yeah, water, fluid all over the ground, but it's all good. We got to clean up anyway. Golly. Okay, that bolt is down there. I keep forgetting. That bolt has to come out. There we go. Got the bolt. Now off comes the head. So, as you can see here, we have got quite the mess down here. It's all good, man. We'll clean it up eventually. But let's take a look at what we got here. Just looking through everything, I could tell. Pistons look okay. I expect them to look a little cleaner than that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm getting a lot of oil up in there, probably from the turbo, man. Probably getting a lot of oil blowing up inside of here. That's all right. We're gonna clean all this up. Take a look at this head gasket here. But yeah, they look pretty sooty. They look like they got quite a few miles on it, don't it? Seeing nothing too crazy as of right now. You know, nothing as far as into the bores, nothing like that, nothing over here. So where the water was actually leaking out, it was like right around here. So we'll take it off and look at the underside and check it out. Make sure everything looks okay. Looking at the cam looks all right. I see it up in there. Lifters look all right. All right, let's go ahead and do the other side. Now, don't worry, guys. I'm going to go ahead and spare you guys the grief. And I'm not going to have you guys sit here and watch this side completely. We're just going to go ahead and take this one off, and we'll do a quick recap in the end. All right. Let's take this bad boy off real quick. Now, mind you, this is a multi-layer steel gasket here. And as I'm looking at it, really can't tell. Really don't see much of nothing wrong. I do see a little something here. Let me see. Not sure what that was all about. Could have been right here. Right there. Yeah. And right there. All right. Let's check these heads out real quick. Got a little bit of orange from running the octane booster. Don't see, is that a crack? I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks like that might be a crack. Not sure. Might be. No, it's not a crack. It's on every single one of them. But don't worry, we're going to have it pressure checked, have it all tested. Might even upgrade the valves, man. I don't know. We'll see. Once everything comes back, checks good, we'll push forward from there. See what we want to do. All right. Pistons are pretty sooty, man. That means there's a lot of blow-by going in there. A lot of oil is getting into the combustion chamber. I think if it weren't for that, we'd probably be looking pretty good other than that. As far as this gasket goes, man, because it was also leaking from this side as well. It was actually leaking from like right down in there on this side. So I'll be sure to keep an eye out on that. Let's go ahead and pull this off. So looking at it here, I don't see too much going on here. I saw remnants. Well, this one actually looks like it was probably a little bit better than the other side. Other side for sure, I saw some stuff going on. I saw, fluids leaking out right where I showed you, but we got a little bit there. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to do some research, figure out what this black paste, what this seal is. Seems like the seal that would probably seal everything up other than the compression from the gasket itself. Take a look at these. Like I said, pretty orange from the running the octane booster, but man, it is very oily and sooty in there. Very oily. Okay, got a little bit of the gasket and stuff left over from the head gasket itself. We're going to check these things, make sure they're not warped. Get some new dowel pins. Yeah, I got to put those on order now. So when these are done, we're good to go. But I don't see anything crazy, no crack valves, none of that craziness. So who knows, man? It could just be something simple why all of this is happening. Replace the head gasket because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost completely positive that has something to do with this head gasket. It was leaking. I mean, not too many other reasons that would cause a leak out of there, other than something being cracked, which I don't see, but we'll have everything checked out and go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these spark plugs out and pull the sensor out and get ready to get these things sent off to the machine shop. All right, more to follow.